Hola chicas, estoy en España. So yes, I'm on holiday, I'm in Spain, I'm in the fabulous city of Valencia, enjoying food, the scenery, the architecture, the cathedrals, the history, absolutely loving it. But there's so much stuff that is going on with the royal family and I don't want to leave it for a week before I get back to you. But before I start talking about members of the royal family, it's me. You guys have followed me for a few years. You know there was bound to be some sort of travel, trauma or drama. No injuries as of yet, but we're both so anal with checking our paperwork that when I was getting very stressed after queuing in an EasyJet queue, scanning my boarding pass and it was rejecting it, we got a security guy to come over. He was entering in his information, trying to get the machine to work. I was getting very stressed. And then he just went, tapped his watch. We were flying on Wednesday, but we decided to get there at 4 a.m. on Tuesday. So then what ensued after I had collected myself, and obviously my husband hadn't checked the paperwork either, so there was no arguing between us, we decided to find a hotel in the airport so we wouldn't deal with the drama the next day. Well, turns out in Gatwick Airport, if you've not checked into a hotel by 4 a.m, you cannot check in until 11 o'clock being the earliest. So that was really fun. We were already really tired. I'd had 2 hours sleep. We eventually got into a Premier Inn. But lo and behold, the next day, we still, and I've got no idea how, managed to be so late for our flight. We got there, we ran there, and we had 9 minutes before the gate had closed. How does something like that happen? Well, it's me going on holiday, and no holiday will be complete unless I've done something really, really stupid. But let's move on from my travel dramas and let's talk about the Prince of Wales, who has had a very special couple of days celebrating his 42nd birthday. Now, we had a gorgeous photograph released by Kensington Palace. Naturally, we've had the same people jump on the fact that it's photoshopped. Nobody cares anymore. You've had your moment, you proved your point. It really is something that no one cares about anymore. People are saying the children are in different clothes because both photographs are of Prince William on the beach and the children are wearing different clothes. Well, this beach is near their home in Norfolk and I'm sure that they, like many people, go to the beach multiple times. Someone has also said that they've put a community note saying that Prince William and the children cannot fly. They're jumping over a sand dune. Now, I don't know if someone's done this tongue in cheek to say how ridiculous community notes are on Twitter. It's where someone, if you watch a video or you see a photograph and you think, well, that's not true, that is actually a fake story, you can put a community note under there to say, well, this isn't where that was filmed and whatnot. But to turn around and say they can't fly, as I said, I'm not sure if someone was just being tongue in cheek, thinking it was funny, or if some person was really serious, because it's really hard to tell with the Sussex squad. Now, as for the photograph itself, it was perfect, it was beautiful. Many people have said it's one of the best family photographs, if not the best, ever released to the public. It was incredibly personal, it's full of joy, happiness. They are all completely carefree and all of them are absolutely cracking me up in their own different ways. And it's all the more wonderful as well knowing that the Princess of Wales is yet again cheering them on behind the lens. When it was uploaded to their social media accounts, there was also another cute message like what we had on Father's Day, and it said, "Happy birthday, Papa. We love you so much. C with an X." Now, I'm unsure because Catherine always signs it off as a C, but I think this might have been because it says, "Happy birthday, Papa. We love you so much." It might have been Princess Charlotte's message. Now, continuing on with the celebrations for the Prince of Wales' birthday and also Princess Charlotte, he took his children, well, his eldest two, to the London Eras Tour of Taylor Swift last night, and they looked like they had a fantastic time. Mike and Zara, who is Prince William's cousin, were in attendance and they took their 2 eldest daughters as well. And you can see there has been a clip released of mainly Prince William having a boogie to shake it off. And you can quite clearly see that Prince William is passing down some of those moves to his youngest son. Now, there were 2 photographs at the time I was filming that have been released. One of Taylor Swift, who has just taken a selfie with her boyfriend Travis Kelce in the background with Prince William, Prince George and Charlotte. But my favourite one is the second one of someone, no doubt Travis, taking a picture of them doing a selfie. I don't know who looks happier, Taylor Swift or Princess Charlotte. The boys obviously looked like that they were having a great time as well. But what an experience. I'm a Swiftie myself. I love Taylor Swift. I think she's a fantastic performer. I love her music. But it would seem so does Prince William, as we know that he's even sung with Taylor Swift and Bon Jovi a few years back, and now he's passed that down to Princess Charlotte. Now, the fact that Mike and Zara were there, I love the fact that Mike is dressed head to toe in pink. He comes across to me as one of these guys that's definitely a girl dad. I reckon that if his daughter said to him, "Daddy, can you put on a tutu?" he probably would. We know that he doesn't care, and he wears Zara's hats at every available opportunity, especially when he's at the races. Speaking of which, this week has been Royal Ascot Week, and we have seen many members of the royal family in attendance and of course wearing wonderful fashions and amazing hats. We had Princess Eugenie, who was in attendance with her family, and I have to say Princess Eugenie's hat was cute. I love that shade of pink on her, and the tassel, it would seem, provided a lot of entertainment for various family members and Prince William especially. Now, I know so many of you are not big fans of Princess Eugenie because you feel that she is obviously a mole or something, but I really think that time has passed, and to be honest with you, there was never any evidence that she actually did anything. Yes, she was visiting them in Montecito, and some people said at the time she has basically chosen which side to be on, especially after Oprah. But there's a bit of me that can't help but think that Eugenie was over there trying to perhaps diffuse the situation because she was close with Harry. As I've said before, I think that perhaps the royal family said, you're the only one left to try and talk sense into him. You saw how serious they looked at the Super Bowl game, and I don't think that Eugenie appreciated having the paps called on her when she was out to dinner with them. We know who is the one that always calls the paparazzi. It was to make it look like that Eugenie is on side with them, and I'm sorry, there was a massive shift from the Queen's Jubilee to then obviously what happened after. Netflix was aired, Spare was aired, the continuous attacks on the monarchy. We saw the way that Eugenie barely looked at Harry and Meghan throughout that week. Now, obviously she's not going to be laughing and joking and doing cartwheels with them, but it was very clearly obvious that there was definitely friction there. Even when it came to the King's coronation, Eugenie, she was heavily pregnant then. Harry said something to her, he gestured towards her bump, she walked away from him and then put her coat around her. I think that she is pretty much done with that side of the family. We have seen them all come together recently. She is seen at events supporting Prince William. More importantly, Prince William is obviously inviting Princess Eugenie to support him. So that means that he trusts her. If Prince William trusts her now, then so do I. And we did see some lovely photographs as well with Carol Middleton, who was talking to Princess Eugenie. And I do think that that whole family have now come together. Whether there is a small bit where Eugenie enjoyed it in the beginning because she'd had some frictions with William and Catherine in the past, I honestly don't know. But I think she has chosen which side of the family that she is on, and it's certainly no longer Montecito. Now, speaking of Carol Middleton, we did have some lovely photographs when she was arriving at Royal Ascot with her husband, this is obviously Princess Catherine's parents, her husband Michael Middleton, looking dapper in a top hat and tails. And there were some cute photographs of Carol. I think she was navigating the grass in her heels, and her son-in-law was more than happy to give her a hand. Princess Beatrice was also there with her husband Edo, and I have to say, her headpiece, I'm not sure that that would ever work on me, but it was beautiful, absolutely stunning. That colour pink really suits Beatrice. She's really coming into her own with the fashion stakes since she has got, I guess, the Italian influence from her husband. She looked beautiful. Fergie looked nice, she was there. She actually got a really big bear hug off of Mike Tindall. In fact, Mike Tindall was going around handing out hugs, as was Zara, to everybody. There was a cute one as well with Mike hugging Prince William. I love those two together. I think whatever void Harry left, brotherly void, I think that Mike has definitely supported Prince William in the ways that he probably needed. Mike is such a wonderful addition to that family, and I really hope that we get to see a little bit more of Mike and Zara. I'm not sure if they'll ever take up the mantle of being working royals, but I definitely think that they are so liked that they could take up a couple of patronages to help lighten the load for the senior royals. Another photograph of Mike was hugging Prince Edward, the Duke of Edinburgh, who has just celebrated his silver wedding anniversary with the beautiful, the fabulous Super Sophie, the Duchess of Edinburgh, who always brings her style A-game to these events. Now back to Zara, she has attended a few times now and her hats are glorious. This one reminded me of a sundial, which was perfect to match to that gorgeous sunny coloured lemon dress that she was wearing. She really is a beautiful woman. In fact, she and Mike make such a handsome couple. And I love the way that they just literally go around hugging everyone. There's no airs and graces. There's none of this hoity-toity stuff. Zara, if she sees her uncle, she will give him a hug as well. Mike was a bit more formal, obviously, with the king. I think King Charles is possibly one of the ones that you wouldn't get in any sort of bear hug. But there's so much fun to watch at these events. In fact, we've seen so many fabulous photographs. We've had Peter Phillips there as well. We've had lots of extended members of the royal family. Lady Sarah Chatto, you've got the Windsors. There was a cute picture shared as well of Lady Gabriella, and she's some of you probably know or don't know, she is the daughter of Prince and Princess Michael of Kent. Her husband sadly a couple of months ago took his own life. I don't talk about it on royal videos out of respect for the families. It's not a subject that I really want to delve into, but she has really been taken in by all of them. You can see the royal family completely encasing her in love. She was actually photographed in the background of the balcony shots for the King's trooping birthday. So whilst we didn't have all of the royals out on the balcony, which I'm going to start a petition to King Charles, he really does need to bring that back because people love it. Speaking of which, I do think that Charles is doing it because he doesn't want the awkwardness of, you know, Prince Andrew. No one cares if Andrew's on the balcony anymore. Sorry, but nobody cares. Nobody wants Harry and Meghan on the balcony, but I think Charles is very concerned that if he has everyone on the balcony and Harry and Meghan aren't there, it plays into their victim narrative. But the royal family have just got to let go of this now. Everybody sees that couple for what they are. They are attention seeking. They will bend the truth to suit whatever narrative that they are trying to spread into the world, aren't they? They are constantly talking about misinformation and disinformation, and it's all those two seem to be capable of. Harry is not going to stop the attacks on his family. We saw what he did when the king had actually said to him he could stay in a royal palace recently when he came over for the Invictus Games. Harry turned it down, but he lied to the media and tried to tell the public that the king was too busy to see him, that his diary had far too many other priorities. It was done in a snarky way, but it was the fact that Harry got his spokesperson to tell the media. This is a man that is doing absolutely everything to try and control the narrative. So for anyone saying, oh, well, Harry's trying to offer an olive branch, I hate that expression. It's making my head want to explode. I hate even saying it now. But anybody that believes Harry's doing that, he's attacking them all the time still. It may not be a big Oprah interview, but every opportunity he's getting a dig or a swipe in. And I don't think that he's going to stop anytime soon, nor do I think Meghan will. Meghan is a prime example. We've had a story come out. Now, put down your hot drinks. I don't care if you get covered in wine. That's on you. But put down your hot drinks. I don't want to be responsible for burns. So the story that came out is Meghan is now willing to make up with Catherine. She wants to end the rift. Meghan wants to be the bigger person. Yes, the princess of pettiness who cried on Oprah over Catherine not letting her share her lip gloss or giving her a lift with her friends into town is now saying that she's going to be the bigger person. The thing is though, there is no rift between her and Catherine. Catherine has simply moved on from it. It is only Harry and Meghan that want to keep these so-called rifts going. I don't think the royal family care about them. I think it's very obvious now that they've all moved forward, something that Harry and Meghan are clearly incapable of. The royal family, as you can see, are closer than ever before. Everything they went through, as I said, from losing the Queen and Philip, the new reign of King Charles and Queen Camilla, Harry and Meghan's attacks from Oprah, from Spare, from Netflix, have definitely put the royal family on the back foot, I would say, over the course of the last few years because of the amount of negative press because of the nature of the accusations and attacks that Harry and Meghan chose to do. Now, as we know, 95% have been proved to be, well, not true, and the other 5% is simply because we weren't in the room and we can't prove it. But the fact is that most people can make up their minds now about Harry and Meghan. And all these silly little desperate stunts that they do to try and get attention back on them is now even more pathetic and laughable. The latest one that I saw is Meghan, this is Prince William's birthday, back to Aro, the last thing that she's got. It's now been leaked by somebody, this top secret thing that Meghan's actually been plotting behind the scenes, that she's now going to tackle the wine market. Her blog that she had years ago was called The Tig. It was named after a bottle of wine, a Tigello or Tignello, I don't know, I can't remember now. But it was named after a pretentious bottle of wine, no doubt, that she had somewhere, and Meghan thought, oh, I'll keep that. So now she thinks that she's going to crack into the rosé market. And I just find this laughable because she's not likeable, she's not marketable, and it's just this desperate attempt to try and upstage Prince William's birthday. And I think Taylor Swift made absolutely sure that that definitely was not going to be possible. I love the fact that Prince William and Princess Charlotte and Prince George are Swifties. In fact, more people are now, A-listers are coming out, and they are definitely, I wouldn't say they're going as far to stick the fingers up at Harry and Meghan, but it's quite clearly obvious where their support lies. Kevin Costner recently spoke out where he was talking about film projects, and he spoke about Bodyguard 2. It was in fact true, the rumours, and also he did want to speak to Princess Diana. He did speak to Princess Diana, but he also had a lovely meeting with Prince William. He didn't reveal any details because he respects Prince William's privacy, but it was lovely, and it was nice to see him so outspoken, especially because he had Harry and Meghan, who I would say pretty much gate crashed his awards show that he likes to do, his charity fundraiser, where Meghan quite clearly had been banned from getting the microphone. It's very clear who these celebrities support, and I don't think it's a case of people chose William and Catherine. I think it's because Harry and Meghan have got no substance, and nobody particularly wants to hang around with people that sell family secrets to the highest bidder, that have revealed details. I mean, Harry threw Courtney Cox under a bus of being invited to a house party. A-listers do like their privacy, and Harry and Meghan, whenever they go anywhere, they're calling the paparazzi. Meghan is doing it because she wants her name associated with Hollywood power players, but they don't appreciate it, they don't like it, and they see through her. So as for Meghan launching her very own bottle of wine, I honestly don't think that that's going to get very far either. The thing that makes me laugh is normally you promote stuff when you've actually got something in your basket, you know? Meghan seems to promote it when she gets her next idea. And as for the wine, I can only say that it would be made with sour grapes, a definite hint of desperation. It would certainly be bitter, and I think it would have that sort of nasty aftertaste that you just can't quite shake off. So guys, I've got a Swiftie joke in there, and that's it for me. We've got a beach festival to go to tonight. There's apparently a Valencian big beach festival where everybody parties on the beach until late. But I am 41, so I'd imagine I'll be in bed with my slippers and my cocoa by about 11 p.m. Anyway, guys, I will be back with you very soon. Take care for now. Bye.